So that's the survival part. In the meantime, I'm not sure the conversation with Simon did reassure my film crew about our future expeditions. Maybe I should just tell them, come on guys, forget your worries about hotels, good food and the right car. Pick up your gear and just follow me. It was from a place exactly like this. Things went very badly wrong from the start.
Voilà, passez.
Mongol is a slave to habit. Someone who's known me and worked with me for over 30 years is my editor, Alan. When I was still writing reviews for the Times Literary Supplement, he already knew I wasn't made for office work. I'm sure Alan has more faith in my new 19th century exploring enterprise. And he is one of the few people who knows that I'm prepared to die for a good story.
Literally for the bugs and the insects, it would be a beautiful meal. You know, I'm surprised he didn't tell you that. You know,
plenty for all.
Yeah, if he just fell over in the jungle or died of fever or something, then he could leave his body there, and he'd be happy to know that he was feeding all those exotic insects and exotic bird life. And I'm sure, yeah, it would make a very good ending, but it would be a great shame.
You've never travelled with him, did you?
No, I've never. He did ask me if I said that I would like to make a trip
you did?
with him.
Yeah.
This was
knowing what your role would be.
Yeah, this was this was after the Congo, but before the book came out. And he said, you know, are you interested in coming on my next trip? I'm not sure what it'll be, but I said, in principle, yes. But then I read the Congo book, and
No way.
I changed my mind extremely quickly.
Why?
Well, I still felt I had some years of life, you know, and productive life that I wanted to enjoy. I thought it would be quite easy to lose one's life on one of these trips, and I'm very amazed that no one has yet.
What is it in Redmond that he actually looks like he's born in the wrong century?
I think he always has. I've actually found a photograph of him in the 70s where he's got really long, quite curly hair here and always had the whiskers. The only time he hasn't was when he was forced to have it shaved up the back to marry me, because his parents didn't want him to marry me. And the condition was that if he had a haircut with a shaver, you know, straight up the back, a military one, he would sign the papers, the father would sign the papers, and he was just relying on Redmond being too vain to do that. But it meant that when we went on our honeymoon to Paris, Redmond spent the entire time under his motorbike jacket. It was over here, which was so funny. It was wonderful for me because it was pure entertainment, but miserable for him. When he first goes away, I have to move all the odd pants, socks that are all around the place, because otherwise I get sad, because every time I see them I realise he's not here. So I get it quite tidy, and then I manage to keep it quite tidy without very low maintenance, just a bit of hoovering on a Sunday, and because I don't pull things out of the bookshelves and drop them on the ground like he does. And Redmond doesn't do boring, okay? He'll be exciting and entertaining, and then he'll leave them on the ground. And if I haven't got time, they'll stay there for years. But when I've got time, I put them all back, especially the chums. I just don't understand where all those books that are in Amsterdam, where are they going to fit? The bookshelves are full.
Maybe it is not such a bad idea for me to leave Pelican House for a while and let it recover. For if it was up to me, nothing would get thrown away in this house, apart from the bits of my hair when it's cut. I have an irresistible urge to collect and preserve as many things as possible, especially books.
So this is Pelican House, where I've lived for years and years. Now, there's just photographs from Congo, and that's Belinda, my wife. Belinda, I wanted to know what she would look like if she was black, so that's reversed. And those are sort of miscellaneous bird and medical books, tropical travelling books, all around the room at waist level. Books by friends, so Ian McEwan and Martin Amis and Julian Barnes. And then here, there's South America. This is all Africa, all West Africa. But a lot of my books at the moment are on loan to Artist Library in Amsterdam. Pictures of Belinda. There's certainly no pictures of my mother and father.
Why not?
A ghastly couple. I wouldn't want them have their pictures in the house. This is where we sleep. And the books have sort of multiplied by themselves in here in a fairly random way. And then this is where I work, or used to work. And yeah, it's got out of hand. Here are all the notebooks from the trips and a bit of Du Chaillu here. Lots of, well, again, some of those books are in Amsterdam. And as you can see, somehow or other, I don't seem to have a, what's that doing? A computer-y thing.
Maybe I should get my study cleaned up one day. But it seems beyond the point of no return. Only the thought of it already makes me tired, especially after such an exhausting day. But I still can't sleep. I need to know more about the goals of those 19th century expeditions. What parts of the world were already mapped out in 1850? And which regions were then actually blank areas on the globe? Where did you go as a 19th century explorer? And why would you go? We need some experts.